everyone. Today we will discuss about components of food. Yes, components of food. So first of all, we will find out what is food. Food, the edible substances that we eat to get energy for growth of our body, for repair and maintenance of our body's cells, tissues, muscles, and to fight against diseases are known as food. Yes, the substances that we eat to get energy for our proper growth and maintenance of our body and to protect ourselves from different diseases are known as food. Different types of food are eaten in different parts of country, like dal, chapati, rice in north region and idli, dosa, curry in south region. To make any dish, we need different ingredients. Yes, to prepare any food item, any dish, we need different ingredients, and these ingredients we can get from either from plants or from animals. Yes, for example, for making a dish kheer, we need milk, rice and sugar. For making a dish kheer, we need milk, rice and sugar. Milk we get from animals. Yes, milk is an animal product. Sugar and rice we get from plants. So, to prepare any food item, we need different ingredients, and these ingredients we get from plants or animals. Now, these ingredients contain nutrients. Yes, these ingredients contain nutrients, and these nutrients are must for our proper growth and maintenance of our body, cells and tissue. These nutrients are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Yes, these are the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Out of these five, carbohydrates and fats provide energy to our body, and that's why they are known as the energy giving food. Proteins are must for our growth, for proper growth and maintenance of our body, cells and tissue. So protein is known as body building food. And vitamins and minerals protect our body from different diseases. So they are known as the protective food. They are known as the protective food. So we should take a diet, a balanced diet, which contain adequate amount of all these nutrients along with roughage and water. Yes, along with roughage and water, so that we will be always healthy. Now we will discuss about carbohydrates. Yes, carbohydrates, energy giving food. There are different types of carbohydrates, but the main carbohydrates present in our food in the form of starch and sugars. Yes, the carbohydrates present in our food in the form of starch and sugars. Different sources of carbohydrates are wheat, rice, sugar, honey and the fruits like banana, papaya and mango. So these are the different sources of carbohydrate. Means in our food, carbohydrates we get mainly from the plants. Yes, we get carbohydrates mainly from the plant sources. So this carbohydrates, which are energy giving food, is must for our body for getting energy for our growth. We can easily test the presence of carbohydrates in our food. For this we need any food item like potato, a dropper, and dilute iodine solution. Yes, which solution? Dilute iodine solution. For this, first of all, take the food item like potato and with the help of dropper, put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. Yes, take the food item like potato and with the help of dropper, put 2 to 3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. And observe, is there any change in the color of the food material? Yes, if it turns into blue black, if the color of the food material turns blue black, then it shows the presence of carbohydrates in the given food item. So in any food item, we can easily test the presence of carbohydrate, which is a energy giving food. Now we will discuss about proteins. Yes, proteins. Proteins are body building food. Proteins are body building food. Proteins are must for our proper growth and repair of the body tissues. So for proper growth and maintenance of our body, we should eat proteins rich diet. Depending on the sources, proteins can be divided into two categories: animals proteins and plants protein. Yes, animals proteins obtained from animal products. Yes, these are obtained from animal products like your milk, cheese, your fish and meat. These are the sources of animal protein. And the plant proteins, which obtained from plants like your gram, moong dal, peas and your soya bean. These are the different sources of plants protein. So depending on the sources, proteins can be divided into two types: animals proteins and plants proteins. Proteins can be easily tested in any given food item by using a copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution. So let us try. Let us find out how we can test the presence of protein in a given food item. For this, we need any food item in the form of paste or powder, a clean test tube, copper sulfate solution, caustic soda solution and small amount of water. First of all, take a clean test tube and put the food item into the test tube which is in the paste or powder form. Means take the food item in the form of paste and powder and put it into clean test tube. Now first of all, add few drops of water. Yes, first of all add few drops of water and shake well. Add few drops of water and shake well. Now add 2 to 3 drops of copper sulfate solution and few drops of sodium hydroxide solution, and now again shake well. Now observe if there is any change in the color of the food item. Yes, if the food item or if the solution becomes purple, then it shows the presence of proteins in a given food item. So we can easily test the presence of protein in any food item with the help of copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution. Now we will discuss about fats. Yes, we will discuss about fats. Fats are energy giving food. Yes, they are energy giving food and they provide twice as much energy as provided by the same amount of carbohydrate. Yes, they provide twice as much energy as provided by the same amount of carbohydrate. That's why we need fat in small quantity. We need fat in small quantity. Excess eating of fat will lead to a disease called obesity. So we take the fat-rich diet but in small quantity. The fat provides energy to our body as well as it is must to give support and insulates the soft tissues and organs of our body. So we should take the fats for proper energy and to support and insulate our soft tissues and organs. Fats and oils are similar substances. Fats and oils are similar substances, and but the only difference is that fats are solid at room temperature and whereas oils are liquid at room temperature. So this is the difference. Fats are solid at room temperature and oils are liquid at room temperature. Different sources of fats are plants and animals. Means we can get fats from plants as well as animals. Some plants sources of fats are like groundnut oil, mustard oil, coconut oil and sunflower oil. And some animal sources of fats are butter, ghee, cream, milk, cheese, egg and meat. Means fats we can obtain from plants as well as animals. We can easily test the presence of fats in any given food item. For this we need the small quantity of food item. For example, any nut. Take the small quantity of food item and put it on a piece of paper. Put it on a piece of paper. Now rub over it. Rub over it and hold this paper towards a source of light like any bulb. Hold this paper towards a source of light. A bright, greasy and translucent patch indicates the presence of fats. Means if you are seeing any bright, greasy and translucent patch on the paper, this indicates the presence of fats in a given food item. Different components of food are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, water and roughage. Yes, these are the different components of food and these are must for our proper growth and maintenance of our body. Carbohydrate and fats provide energy to our body and that's why they are known as energy giving food. Carbohydrates and fats are known as energy giving food. Proteins are must for proper growth and maintenance of our body and that's why they are known as body building food. Yes, body building food. Vitamins and minerals protect our body from different diseases and increase our immunity power. So these are the protective food. So water and roughage do not contain any nutrient. Yes, water and roughage do not contain any nutrient but they are must for proper growth and maintenance of our body. They are the important components of food. We need different types of solution to test the presence of these components in the food. So let us find out how we can prepare these solution. To test the presence of carbohydrates in a given food item, we need a solution of dilute iodine. Yes, to test the presence of carbohydrate or starch in a given food item, we need dilute iodine solution and this solution we can prepare by adding few drops of tincture iodine. By adding few drops of tincture iodine in a test tube half filled with water and shake it well. Now your dilute iodine solution is ready and we can easily test the presence of carbohydrates in a given food item. Now the next solution we need for the test of proteins. For the test of the presence of proteins in a given food item, is copper sulfate solution. Yes, copper sulfate solution. We can prepare this solution by adding 2 gram of copper sulfate in 100 milliliter of water. Yes, add 2 gram of copper sulfate in 100 milliliter of water. Shake well and our solution is ready. Next solution we need to test the presence of proteins in a given food item is caustic soda solution. Again, we can prepare this solution by adding 10 gram of caustic soda, in 100 milliliter of water and shake it well. So after that our solution of caustic soda is ready. So these are the different components of food and we can easily test the presence of these components of the food with the help of these solutions.